Great. Please, blue button. Good morning for everybody. My name is Epaminondas Sá. I'm host here on TNT. And today we're going to talk about who speaks inside our mind, because sometimes we had two or three different persons speaking inside our mind. Sometimes I want to do something, but I don't do. So it's interesting to think about. So I have with me Edna, João, Daphne, and Ana Paula to talk about this topic. So let's start. Daphne, please, could you introduce yourself for us?
Yeah, sure. My name is Daphne. I'm from Amsterdam. I'm 27 years old. I study psychology. I'm married. I don't have children. I like to bake cakes and cooking some meals with my friends and my family. And that's it.
Very good, thank you. Ana Paula, your turn.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I am Ana Paula. I live in São José do Rio Preto, São Paulo. I am married. I have two kids, but they don't live with me. I worked as a chemistry teacher. I've been retired since February 2020. In my free time, I like to walk on the street, to do physical exercise, read books, dance flamenco, traveling. I love traveling. And this year, I'm not attend the many classes on TNT because I started to do different things in my life, and I am enjoy this time, and I am traveling when I can, and because that I am not attending the English class, but I miss to attend. Yeah, that's it.
Very, very good, and thank you to choose our immersion here. So thank you so much. João, your turn.
Okay, let's go. My name is João Pedro Sena. I'm 23 years old. I work as a data engineer, and I'm currently working right now, but I have no meeting schedule on my agenda. So that's why I'm here. And yeah, I love Epaminondas class immersion because every topic is so deep. So yeah, it's really cool. And I'm struggling to get some jobs interview outside Brazil for working for a foreign company. And yeah, that's it. I'm happy to be here.
Very good, guys. Welcome aboard, everybody, and let's start. As I said before, today we're going to talk about the voice inside our mind, because it's interesting to think about. Sometimes we don't pay attention about this kind of thing. So let's start for the number one. Guys, let's think about what is the purpose of the voice inside our mind. I think everybody already think about this, or feel this kind of thing. Oh, I want to do something, but I don't do, or I want to do something and I listen a voice that, oh, you cannot do it, it's not possible for you, or things like that. Or on the other hand, yeah, do it, you can do so. But we have voices inside our mind. So let's start for the number one. In your perspective, what is the purpose of the voice inside our minds? I start from Edna, please.
Hello, everyone. In my opinion, this voice and this organization, our thoughts, because the reflection, the thoughts. I understand in the mind and the concept of the mind and the mind as process. And in my opinion, is the proposal is organizations the sock. I don't know, because there is very in in different cases in situations. The voicing is very difficult because when I conflict, the many eus, como é que eu falo?
I don't know.
The term of the in Portuguese is different eus, different. Oh, I don't know in English. Just
Different versions of me, maybe, I don't know. But
different persons,
yeah,
different.
maybe.
Okay. And you, Ana Paula, what about it? It's very difficult to know these subjects. I agree with João. I love the meeting with you because, and then after the meeting, I think more and more in the deep subjects because there's no simple subject. No.
Very good. It's the purpose. So nice, nice. Thank you. Ana Paula, go ahead, please.
As you said, Edna, the question is very, very difficult. And I think, as you said, the purpose of this voice is organize our thoughts and decide what we really want to do in your life. And I was thinking about that, and I remember in the past, I think when I worked as a teacher, I did my thinking in automatic pilot. And nowadays, I can think about my purpose and my goals, and I can organize my thoughts in my mind. And I think when you have more time, it's possible to organize our thoughts, our emotions. And I think in the past, my days worked in automatic pilot, and I think for me, I don't know it's good, but I think for me it's necessary to do meditation, yoga, because I think it's necessary to be in silence, in to have nothing in our mouth, our mind as well. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very good. And you, Daphne, let me know your perspective about.
Yes, I agree with you. I think the purpose is like alert or warn to help you make a decision or avoid make a decision. It's like a conscious that help you remember experience from the past, that help you in the present moment. And about you, João?
Yeah, every time I think about this question, comes to my mind a metaphorical example of the old cartoons is like the devil on your right shoulder and the angel on your left shoulder. And like they talk with you to make a decision. So yeah, this metaphorical example is really nice because you can think about like emotional versus rational, or the devil versus the angel. But yeah, for me, work like it's always two voices in my head arguing. Like I make examples in my mind, some situation, and I have different approaches to deal with these examples I create in my own mind. And I think the better one I choose to do in the real life. So yeah, it's always like this, like you need to choose a middle road to go, or you can choose between the rational or the emotional side of, I don't know, of the situation. I think that's the purpose, to give you perspectives, give you some examples, try to imagine how your future will be if you choose one path instead of another. So I think that's the purpose of the voices in our mind.
Very good example. And I ask for you, João, because I totally agree with you. And it's interesting to think because you said, oh, I imagine some path and because of this voice and giving an example and things like that. But about the number two, this voice always say the truth or not? Because sometimes we think, oh my gosh, if I do this, my life is, and sometimes it doesn't happen. Let me know your perspective about this kind of thoughts, this kind of voice. Always say the truth or not? Let me know your point.
Yeah, that's interesting. Of course not. Unfortunately not. I like I made a lot of wrong choices, thinking that I choose the right thing, but like when I hear another opinion or another perspective, uh, I see, oh, I think I made the wrong choice in my life. So the most important thing that I learned is like to try to communicate. Like for example, I made a lot of wrong choices with my girlfriend. Like communicate. Like I didn't communicate so clean with her, and in my mind I was communicating in the right thing, but I was so grossy. Like I didn't choose the right words to talk to her. So she felt bad about the way I talked to her. But in my mind, I was doing the right thing. So yeah, uh, my thoughts is not always true. Because when I heard her perspective, I think with myself, oh, I think I'm not right. Because everyone think that they choose the right option. And inside our mind, everything makes sense, our decision. So yeah, when you start to heard, hear another opinion, you see that you have a lot more to think about it. And yeah, that's hard to realize, but that's true.
Yeah,
I don't know if
thank
I
you.
make me understand.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Thank you so much. Daphne, about the number two, and if you have some an example about sometimes, I don't know, but you think about something, but after you realize that, oh, maybe I didn't the right option or things like that. So do you have you ever this experience and the thoughts are always true or always false? Let me know your perspective about the number two. And if you have, give some example about to know your perspective.
Yes, I think the voice inside your head, no always is true, because some thoughts are motivated by fear or jealous or trauma, that you increase your perceptions of the situation, that make seems like very worse, but in this truth is not worse, it's good. And these thoughts probably confuse your head. Yeah, I think it depends if you are positive or negative person. I think it's involved more like your personality.
Yeah, totally. You brought up a very good point because some people always think uh things like, oh, I'm not enough, I'm so bad, I can't do it. And other people always think, oh, I can't do it, it's this is my path, I go. It's interesting because it's totally as like you said, some people think positive things and some people think negative things, and I think the voice are influenced by this kind of person. I totally agree with you. Very good point. Gina?
This about Daphne is very important because sometimes the voice is necessary the balance of the feel and the true thoughts, because sometimes when the thought is the judgment, the voice judgment, or the voice is the distortion the situation, no? Because it's necessary the balance when I what is my feel and what's my thought, the balance, no? Sometimes the voice is distorts the situation. Sometimes is the voice and is the parent voice and the social voice and and the is very difficult to know when I in this situation. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I got it. I got it. And the next question is about this. Let's think about after. And Ana Paula, let me know.
Yeah, I think it's not always true, because I think it's always is a bad word in our life, because it's not always in our life. But I agree with everybody, and it depends if you are a positive or negative person, and I think sometimes the situation depends a lot about that. But I think when you have a positive person, sometimes you think about determinate situation, and the good vibe, good positive, and sometimes you you felt bad because you have a good vibe, a positive thoughts. But yeah, I don't know. I am confused about that, because um, I am living a different moment in my life, and sometimes I blocked myself in determinate situation, and I think it's necessary to work a lot about our thoughts, our feeling, and yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Everybody answer, right?
Yeah.
So let's skip for the number 4. Edna said about sometimes this voice is from our parents, social media, and other people. And I will skip for the number 4 because is this voice, the voice inside our mind, a reflection of our own thoughts or not necessarily? So let me know. Let me know. Daphne, please.
Yes, I believe our thoughts um, are keeping in our subconscious, and they are then became our voices inside their mind. And because it is so important to do a declutter mental, because it's necessary to clean our toxic thoughts and avoid harmful to yourself, for example. And about you, Edna?
And in my opinion, is I think in this moment, who am I? Who am I? It is the very the question is the question, the philosophical question, because in the what I taught is the many persons inside. There are many persons inside in myself, because in when I think, sometimes I realize, and my thought is the voice in my mother, in my father, and the many persons in my life, and is the influence in my thought. And I think, who am I? When I meditation, the thoughts is relax, and sometimes imagine the Edna, but it's very difficult, I don't know the question, response the question.
Very good, very good. And sometimes I heard some sentence that it's like that you are saying. For example, this phone. I really like this phone, or I like this phone because I learned like it. So it's interesting to think, because sometimes this is my thought, my own thought, or this thought is from other people that I got, and now I believe in that. So it's very hard and very philosophical question. So, but I wanna listen from João, your thoughts. Let me know.
Okay. Yeah, just a little comment. That's really deep. What I heard about Edna. Yeah, some people like heard some voices, some like family voices inside her own head. That's interesting. For me, it's different. Like I imagine myself in some situation, and I I start to construct some situation that I think that I know what would happen. That's just a little comment. That's interesting. Like how different everyone works inside her own mind. Anyways, yeah, is a voice like our mind a reflection of our own thoughts? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, um, I think the voices inside our mind can be a lot of things. Like, I can watch, like, start to scroll down the social media, and some voice in my head start to, uh, I don't know, to talk to me about something. And yeah, it's my thought, of course, but it's like, I think everyone's like reducing themselves. I'm reducing myself so much that I start to think about what other persons would think about me. It's like I'm reducing myself for what people, what I'm watching on the screen on my cell phone. So it's not my thoughts. It's like it's influence, it's outside influence on me, and I know it's my thoughts when I'm alone with my own and start to realize that I'm not being influenced by anyone, and I'm thinking about what I want. So that's a difficult question, because I really believe in external influence on what we thinking, and I don't believe it's ourselves. It's like I would never stop to think about the way I dress if I didn't see it on Instagram, for example, and other people judging other ones by the way they dress. Understand? It's not inside of me. It's not my thoughts. It's a voice in my head I don't identify, but I'm fear that other one is judging me about it. So it's complicated. Yeah. That's it. I will not extend my answer.
Yeah, but I got it. I got it. And it's so deep. It's so deep to think about. Anna, and you, let me know.
Yeah. I would like to say that it should be the good way if the situation it happened in our life, because most of the time we think about another person, no by myself. And if I think about myself, and yeah, I feel happy about that. And I think I should do this way in my life, and to get this decision in my life, because I am happy because that. And I think it's very important to know about myself. And because um, most of the time in my life, I thought about another person, no about me. And I think when I think about myself, my decisions, and I think it would be good for me. And yeah, but I think yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing.
Deep questions, deep questions. And just a little comment about what John said. Sometimes I think about this kind of thing. For example, I don't like my nose. Okay, but I just use my nose to breathe, and it's okay. This is the function. But I don't like because other people said about my nose, not because it's not useful for me, So if I had never hear about, if I never hear some people judging my nose, for example, maybe it was not a problem for me. Just because it's
External
so,
influences.
yeah, it's so deep think about. So we are influenced all the time, all the time.
Epaminondas is, in my opinion, there are many influences, and you don't realize, and you think it's my opinion. This is my opinion. Is I hear all my things. Oh, is real. I don't know, because in my mind and there's many things. No, many persons. My personality is the is a conjunto, I don't know, the many persons, no, the many things. I remember there was in India is a guru, Ramana Maharishi, is the basis of the meditations is who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And is simple. When I respose the who am I is the illumination because it's very, very hard, you know.
Yeah, the question is simple. To answer this question is so hard. So hard. Guys, let's keep for the number 6. Number 6. Now thinking about you. Okay. I will change a little bit this question. Is the voice inside your mind is most part of time negative or positive? The most part of your thoughts or the voice that you heard, it's positive or negative? Let me know. Ana Paula, let me know.
In my case, most of the time is positive. I am a positive person, and I remember when I was a teenager, I read a book called Pollyanna, and the Pollyanna book it's very important in my life because I think when we are living a bad situation, and I think always um there are other options, and I think our life is lighter when you have positive thoughts, and yeah, in my case, most of the time I have positive thoughts. How
Very
about
good.
yeah?
Daphne, let me know. Your mind, most part of the time, you have positive thoughts or negative thoughts?
I think I am most of the time negative. I have a lot of voices in my head that make me feel insecure or self-sabotage me, but I'm working on being more positive. And
Very
about you?
good.
Well, most of the time, in my mind, I have positive thoughts, like, but was not always like that. I had real problems, real trouble about negative thoughts and depression. I don't like to call it depression, but it was like a real difficult part of my life. But nowadays, yeah, it's like I've been so positive. So I'm really proud of it. And most part of the solution, I think, come from listening to podcasts, and like podcasts from persons that I identify, and podcasts that person talk alone about their own thoughts, their own difficulties, and like I listen to this podcast with some fresh air because, oh, if a person that's so similar to me know how to deal with that and have a happy life, I can do it. So it's really cool to hear other person that passes through the problem that you passing. So yeah, that I think that the thing that really helped me to reach that out, the positive thinking, and have more joy in life, you know. So yeah, nowadays positive thoughts dominated me.
Good, good. Edna, and you?
In my case, and I'm considered the positive person. In many situations, when the difficult situations, I think this is no problem. This is the challenge, and I think. Can I solve the challenges? The challenges, challenge, não? Challenge. Desafio, challenge.
Challenge. Yeah.
Challenge. challenge. This is substituir the problem for the word challenge, because I think how I can solve the situation is sometimes I difficult, no, but I consider the person positive person.
Yeah, I agree with you about the word, because sometimes when we are sure that, oh, I can't do it, there's no option. I can't do it. But when I think how I can do it, what is the path that I can go, there's option. So it's the same problem, but the way that I think change the solution or the possibilities.
Epaminondas, in my case, and I put together the thought, the feel, what the feel in situations, and I thinks about, I thought about the situation, but and I feel the situations. It's very important because in when I decision, the decision is very important, the balance and the feel and the thoughts. And this is very important in my case. When the focus is negative, in general, the resolution is bad. But when okay, the difficult, but how I can solve.
Yes, it was exactly what I am saying, and I think it's not good when we focus in a problem and how I can solve this problem. And I think sometimes we can't solve the problem about another person, and it's not for me. And the person has to solve her problem or his problem, and I can solve my problem. If I can help another person, okay, but I can't suffer about the option the another person. Yeah.
I agree totally, Anna. I agree totally with you.
Folks, let me know. We are talking about this voice, thoughts, beliefs. Let me know about the number 8. It's possible to change this voice, to shape this voice, and if yes, how do our beliefs and values shape this voice? If you believe that, yeah, I can shape this voice, I can change this voice, how our beliefs, our values can shape this voice? João.
Okay. Yes, I believe it is possible to shape this voice. And like, and if you have strong values and active, I don't know, active training for do that, you try to stop to giving power of the thoughts that you're not proud of. You start to put some energy on that, because when you think about something that is wrong to do, you can choose to go with the flow, or you can choose to stop and put your energy in other thing. You know, sabe, you know. So yeah, I think you can do that for sure, and that's how you differ the people that just go with the flow and like don't just do what your mind like tell you to do, and the people that is active doing the right thing. Because the person who's doing the right thing, they're not pure. They just choose to not listen to the bad thinking, and choose to not do the bad behavior. And so yeah, I think you can do that. You can mute the bad voice, and that that is when we see if you are a valuable person, like you have values and strong beliefs in what is right and what's wrong. That's how I differ you from 90% of the person that just do what they want and don't think about the consequences, about empathy, etc.
So nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Daphne, you said that you are becoming a more positive person. So let me know how can you shape this voice. Let me know.
Yes, I think your beliefs and your values come from our childhood. Some experience can help you to be more positive or negative. So how I can't to come back to my childhood, I need to change my head. I need to say to myself positive thoughts and to shape these negative voices in other place and replace this negative for positive. It's not easy challenge, but you need to try to do it every time.
Very good. You brought a good point. We cannot come back to the past, so it's important to think ahead about our life. So good point. Good point. Edna, and you?
And this
It's
point
possible
of
to shape?
view, the point of view, the definite is very interesting because in the when I childhood and is the time of the belief and the values is structuration, and this value, for example, when I the person is negative, when I, for example, the child, the persons, the parents is a very negative persons, the child absorbing the values and the form the washing the words, no, and I believe in the beliefs and the values shaping the voice. No.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I agree to you.
Epaminondas, sorry, but I need the other appointment, and I need to leave early.
No problem. No problem.
Congratulations is very, very happy because of the return in TNT. Bye,
Thank you
people.
so much. See you.
Have
See
a
you
nice
soon.
day
Bye.
and good for conversations.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for conversation.
Take care. See you. Anna, and you, let me know.
Yeah, I totally agree with Daphne. I think when we are a child, we have our parents, our beliefs, and but nowadays I think it's possible to learn more about this situation. As João said, there are a lot of podcasts, and it's possible to think good vibe, positive things. And there are some courses about PNL and to read good books, and it's possible to change this situation in our life, because when we are open to change, to learn, and it's possible to grow up and to live better, to be more happier more. And I think yeah, but we really need to do that, because as Daphne said, it's very, very difficult, because we suffer a lot when we are open to change and to live better. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that some people are more afraid to face the problem and to change their life, than to just living in the automatic pilot. So because it's hard to face the situation, it's hard to change, it's hard to change your beliefs. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Guys, we have time for one more. Let's keep for the number 11, the last one. How does the voice inside our mind affect our mental health? Daphne, let me know your perspective. The last one.
Okay, sorry, what is the question? Say that again.
The last one, number 11.
11.
Huh? Yeah. How does the voice inside our mind affect our mental health?
I think affect 100%, because our mental health depends on our voices inside our head. If you have a lot of negative voice, this shape your mental health. Maybe if you have a lot of toxic voices, you became harmful for yourself. So you need to do declutter or clean our thoughts and overcome the negative voices, and to do something to help ourselves to improve our personality, or don't stay with toxic person, to take care of your friendships, because some friends said negative thoughts to you and you need to avoid it. I think it's very important to improve your mental health.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. João, you said that you are facing this kind of thing, so, and you are overcoming this kind of thing. So let me know about your perspective about, and how to overcome this kind of problem.
Yeah. Well, I am a very nostalgic person, so I think a lot about my past with some nostalgic feeling. And not just that, I think about my past for like something that someone did to me and harmed me. And instead of just forgive the person, I like I pick myself thinking about a situation that happened on the past a long time ago, and it's harm me and keep harming me, instead of just forgive the person, instead of to be just their friend, and and go through the life with the person. Okay, that happens, I forgive you. And yeah, I was speaking me like thinking about that's affect my mental health, because I harm myself again with old like old thinkings, like not old thinkings, but old things that happened to me, you know, and like I pick that situation and bring to the present, and I harm myself with it. I feel like betrayal. I think it's betrayal, and yeah, that's why my it's not so cool because my mental health go down because of it. I have difficult to forgive someone and harm myself with old situations, and that's not cool. And I believe that people can change. I believe that people can regret about what they did. I regret about what I did for someone, for example. And yeah, I should do the same thing and forgive and go through the life and like deal with that with more in a more mature way than keep this thinking. Understand? So
Yeah.
that type of voice affected me negatively.
Yeah, I got it. Because our time that you remember, you live again and you have the same feeling again. And it's hard. It's hard. Anna, let me know.
Yeah, I totally agree. I believe the voice inside affect our mental health, and I think because that I believe that I am living the best moment in my life because I can do what I really like to do. And I believe when you are doing the good things and the things that you really do, and you don't think about negative situations, and because when I am dancing, when I am riding a bike, when I am reading a good book, and when I traveling, and I believe my mental health is good because I am doing exactly what I want to do. And when in this time, I know about myself more, and I think it's possible to take these bad situations in the past. And I think, João, it's necessary to forgive the bad situations and the person because I don't know, five, 5 years ago, since 5 years ago, my mom lives with me, and we didn't have a good relation. And nowadays we have to I don't know, to get a good relation. And I think it's necessary to think about that, and why my mom come to live with me. I think because we need to forgive each other, and I think yeah, that's it.
Guys, very good. Very good immersion. Thank you so much. It's always a class because I learn a lot here. So thank you. Uh, as you already say, as you already know, I put here the link for the forms. Please let me know your points. Suggest me some topic. Let me know your perspective about the immersion. It helped me a lot. And it was very good for me. I think here about my life, and I learned from you all, and it's good to think about some topics that we don't think too much in our common day. So Thank you so much. Thank you, Daphne, João, Ana, and see you next week. Take care. See ya.
See you guys. Bye bye.